So just underway in this ball game. 2 down, the base is clear. The Foresters, the designated home team. Here's the pitch. That will find the upper half of the zone, 3-1. Noah Waldeck gets his third start of the season for the Foresters. Here comes a 3-1. That's chopped off the ankles of Sage Sanders, who stands in with 2 out. Base is clear. Top of 1. Noah Waldeck, the defense behind him. Mumaw's at third. Sawyer Farr's at short. Esker at second. Miller is at first. Zane Becker does the catching. But right now, a 2 down. The 3-2 pitch is a slider away and ball 4. And a 2-out walk worked by Sage Sanders. First man to reach base tonight for Lonestar. Santa Barbara's pitching has been unbelievable the first 2 games of this tournament. Complete game by Zach James. A.J. Crodell followed suit. With all the runs being pushed in, I've only had to play 12 innings. So with 1 on, 2 out, first pitch, the number 4 batter is slicing the first base dugout where Lone Star is housed. 0-1. Robbie Lopez serves as the DH. He's gone 2 for 5 in this tournament. Waldeck looking to work around a 2-out walk. Here's the next pitch, induces a swing and miss for strike 2. We appreciate your patience getting on air. First pitch was 1 hour and 15 minutes behind schedule. Right now, Waldeck, 0-2 pitch, struck him out on the fastball low in the zone. And Waldeck works around a 2-out walk through a half inning, no score. Forster bats coming up next.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Into the bottom of the first inning. No score. Santa Barbara is a designated home team here this evening against the Lone Star Baseball Club. Here's the lineup put together by Bill Pintard. Leading off at second base, Xavier Esker. Batting second, the DH, Cole Chamberlain. In the 3 spot, in that third, Easton Mumaw. Batting fourth and in right, Brenton Clark. In the 5-hole, center fielder, Terrence Kill the second. Batting 6th and in left, Mick Paul. To bat 7th, the shortstop, Sawyer Farr. Zane Becker will be in the 8th spot. Does the catching. Caden Miller will be at the 9th spot and at first base. The starting pitcher for Lone Star will be a left-hander, Matthew Fletcher. Not too often the Santa Barbara Foresters have seen lefties throughout this season. So here's Xavier Esker standing in. The pitch is a fastball down, ball 1. Fletcher this past year played for LaSalle College. 60 innings of work. Nice 3.15 ERA. Here's a 1-0. Fastball is jammed and fluttered back over the screen and a couple rows deep into the fans in the stands behind the first base on deck circle 1-1. It's the final group stage game of the tournament. Here's a 1-1 as Esker will see a slider miss away. Ball 2. Esker has gone 3 for 6, along with 3 walks in this tournament through just 2 games. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. It is a fastball down, ball 3. It's Esker, Chamberlain, Mumaw, bottom of the first, no score. Fletcher, the left-handed pitcher, against the right-handed batter of Esker. The 3-1 is inside, ball 4. Fastball couldn't be located. And a leadoff walk starts the ball game for the Sturs. Xavier aboard. And that's going to bring up now Cole Chamberlain. Chamberlain hit from the left side against the lefty starter Matthew Fletcher. 1 on, nobody out. Scoreless game, bottom of 1. It's time being called by the pitcher. Let's take a look at what the Forsters have done so far this tournament. First game was against the Derby Twins, won 11-1 in 7. Next game was against the BTL Hornets, 10-0 victory in 5. Dominance on both sides of the plate as a check over to Esker at first base. Still waiting the first pitch to Chamberlain. Chamberlain so far has gone 1 for 6 here in Wichita, but he has gotten on base 3 other occasions. Here's the pitch, and a fastball is foul back right beneath the catcher, strike 1. He has worked a walk and he's been hit by 2 pitches so far in just 2 games. Esker, he's got some speed. We've already seen him swipe 3 bases in this tournament. It's 0-1. The pitch is a fastball fluttered over the third base dugout and on top of the clubhouse, which houses the Wichita State Shockers. And Cole falls behind 0-2. In the fantastic clubhouse it is. Nice front office area, massive practice facility down the left field line. AstroTurf field, which at this point in the summer, players probably not too happy about. It's baking on the field. But now the 0-2 is called strike 3 on the outside edge. Chamberlain will go down looking. Looks like the fastball from Fletcher on the outside edge. Let's put Chamberlain in stasis, 1 away. Esker remains at first, scoreless game, bottom of 1. So that's going to bring up to the plate another lefty, Muma. Here comes the first pitch. It is a fastball rolled to the right side. Jesus will scoop up, ranging to his left. The throw will go to first, and Muma on 1 pitch will ground out 4-3. Esker down to second. So 2 down. It was a productive out. The leadoff man is in scoring position to bring up Brenton Clark. Another man to hit from the left side is Clark. This tournament has gone 1 for 8. His lone hit has been good for 2 bases. Clark was, throughout the season, has been one of the most consistent men. Here's the pitch, and he rifles it over the heads of his teammates in the dugout and into the Forster bullpen. Remember, it is supposed to be a bullpen game today. Waldeck more of an open. Not expecting him to go deep into this ball game. But right now, the Stars have a chance to take the lead. Man at second. 2 down in the bottom of the first. Here comes the 0-1 to Brenton Clark. Is a changeup missing down, 1-1. And now conversation between Travis Starkey, the catcher, out halfway between the hill to talk with Matthew Fletcher, who this time at LaSalle, in 60 innings of work, only walked 9, struck out 79. So way more Ks than walks and more Ks than innings pitched this past season at LaSalle. But facing different caliber bats at the plate. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and it's fouled back off the bat of Clark. Strike 2. Esker's at second after a leadoff walk. The next 2 taken care of by Fletcher. The Forsters will look to bypass the game tomorrow, jump straight into the quarterfinals with a win tonight. With 2 down, man at second. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Chopped back to the hill. Ranging down is Fletcher to the right side of the hill, and the throw will get away from the first baseman. Esker will score. Clark down to second. And just like that, the Forsters have taken a 1-run lead in the opening inning. It looked like down at first base, Clark and the first baseman might have collided. I should say the ball was thrown into the runner's lane and hit Clark and ricocheted. As a result, Clark able to get down to second base. Esker scores on the error. So with one run in, man at second, it's now Terrence Kill at the plate. Here's the pitch. A slider for a high strike, 0-1. So Xavier Esker, once again, scores a leadoff run with some help with some errors. That happened in the first game of this tournament against the Derby Twins. Here's an 0-1. Slider will miss away at the knees against the left-handed pitcher. It's the right-handed bat of TK, 1-1. Clark reaching on the air all the way to second. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike 2. 2-out error continuing the inning, costing the Lone Star Baseball Club a run. Can TK punish him and bring home Clark with 2 down? 1-2 pitch. Slider away. 2-2. Still quite a warm evening here from Wichita. And even locals coming into this tournament saying how hot it has been, even more so than years past. The higher humidity with all the storms. In the mid-90s most of the day. Right now, high 80s. Here's a 2-2. High fly ball into right center field. Drifting over is Merriman, the right fielder, but called off by the center fielder. Makes the squeeze in the gap to retire the side. TK a fly out to center to end the inning, but Xavier Esker, a leadoff walk, scores on an error, and through one, Foresters by a run.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Through one, the Foresters have a 1-0 advantage. Noah Waldeck remains on the bump. Here comes the first pitch to the leadoff man. It's a slider for a strike. 0-1. Merriman, Rudas, and Gonzalez scheduled for Lone Star. They trail by 1 run. Infield straight away, as is the outfield. Here's the pitch. It's a slider down in the dirt, picked by Becker. 1-1. The Foresters once again plate a run in the opening inning. Waldeck gets the open today. Likely to see Bill Pintar go to the bullpen quickly. Next pitch, fastball, is a swing and a miss. And Merriman quickly falls behind 1-2 on Waldeck. Good number of fans in attendance in the lower levels surrounding here, Tyler Field. 1-2 pitch. It's just tapped off the end of the bat. Caroms its way to the third base dugout. Remains 1-2. Merriman this season, I should say this tournament, has gone 0 for 5. Been able to reach on a walk and a hit by pitch. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just misses away. Good location. Noah doesn't get the call. 2-2. Waldeck coming set from the middle of the hill. Now the 2-2 is inside. It leaked away from him. Nearly hit the batsman. Full count. The Foresters looking to lock in this group, but right now the payoff pitch is called strike 3. Fastball on the inside half of the plate. Merriman will go down looking. One down in the second. Merriman retired. That's going to bring up Nico Rudas. For Lonestar Baseball, this is their situation entering the game tonight. Here's the pitch. Fastball will be dragged down in the zone by Becker. Nice framing, strike 1. Lonestar in most situations will make the next round, assuming they don't lose by more than 14 runs tonight. Next pitch, swing and a miss on the slider, strike 2. And also the fact that there are still run rules in place. Losing by 14 runs would be nearly impossible. So nearly every situation, Lonestar will be moving on. Because there was an upset. The Hornets took down the Twins 10-3 in the second game today. Here's the 0-2. It's fouled back off the bat of Rudas. Do it again. Stars lead by a run. Top of 2. Bases clear, 1 away. Waldeck ahead in the count. Fires home. The 0-2 pitch. Just missing away. I feel like that last pitch on a fastball was called a strike in the last plate appearance. Doesn't get the call here from P.J. Sarwinski, our plate umpire. Now a 1-2. Delivery is a high fly ball into center, but Terrence Kill slides laterally to his right. Makes the play in the gap. 2 down. Waldeck has retired everyone except Sage Sanders, who worked 2-out walk in the opening inning. And through 1 2/3, he's going to now face number 7 batter John Gonzalez. He'll hit from the left side against the right-handed starter. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the inside edge, strike 1. You look at the surroundings. Good number of lights in the distance as it is flat here in Kansas. Much different for Santa Barbara. 0-1. The check swing got knotted up on a slider. He went around for strike 2. Waldeck, we'll see how far he can go and how efficiently he can move. Just having the open today, not expecting him to go deep. With 2 out, 0-2 pitch is off the end of the bat towards the third base coach's box. We'll do it again. Stars capitalizing on an error in the opening inning. They lead 1-0. With 2 down, 0-2 pitch is just missing. Everyone in the infield thought that was called strike 3. The slider just misses down, says P.J. Serwinski. Waldeck's going to have to regroup. The infield started walking to the third base dugout. Now another strike 2 pitch. Missing more down this time in the dirt. 2-2. It's John Gonzalez at the plate for Lonestar. Base is clear, 2 out. 2-2 pitch is called strike 3 on the slider. Backdoors it, and Waldeck picks up K number 3. 3 up, 3 down in the second. We're through 1.5. Santa Barbara on top 1-0 over Lonestar.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Bottom of 2. Stars lead 1-0. Paul Farr-Becker will be scheduled, and they'll get their first look at the left-handed starter, Matthew Fletcher. And plays with LaSalle. Very nice season this past year. Here's the pitch, and Paul will take a breaking ball down. Ball 1. For Paul, he's gone 2 for 6 with a double and a long ball over the right field fence. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and in. Ball 2. And that double was halfway up the fence. First game of this tournament. He's been seeing the baseball well and smashing it hard. 2-0 is roped towards the first baseman. He knocked it down, and he's going to pick it up and trot to first base and will beat and win the foot race against Mick Paul. Go down as the 3 unassisted ground out. 1 away to start the bottom of the second. Paul retired. That's going to bring up Sawyer Farr. The switch hitter will hit from the right side. Remember, Fletcher given up a walk today. He did not do that much this past year. Only 9 base on balls in relation to 79 Ks. Here comes the first pitch to Farr. He spits on a curveball, but a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Stars lead by a run. Base is clear, 1 down. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Is slider tapped down the first baseline and roll towards the first base dugout for strike 2. Santa Barbara 2-0 in Pool C, looking to close it out on the right foot. But right now, they do lead by a run, 0-2 to Farr. The pitch is a breaking ball down, not even close, ball 1. After Sawyer, same Becker. Caden Miller would be in 2 batters' time. But with 1 down, Farr took a moment, re-engages, I should say, steps back in the box. The starting lefty, longer hold on the hill. Strike 2 pitch is fouled over the first base dugout and soars its way and hits one of the windows of the All-American Club to our right. I should say the All-American level premium donor seats here at X Stadium. There's some nice strong windows, not your normal glass. 1-2 pitch is down, 2-2. Regardless of what happens today, this is the final game of the group stage. The knockout rounds start tomorrow. Forrester's trying to bypass it with a win tonight. Here comes a 2-2. Fastball will miss inside, full count. After Farr, Zane Becker. Ian started with a Mick Paul ground out. Nobody on, 1 away. It's full count. The pitch is drilled into left. That ball is going back and gone. Sawyer Farr cranks it over the left field fence, hitting from the right side, and the Foresters take a 2-0 lead in the second. Farr comes to the plate, met by Zane Becker. And Sawyer Farr, that's his first home run this season. That ball did not get particularly high, a low apex, but hard hit. And a 1-out home run by Sawyer. So here's the first pitch to Becker. Sees an off-speed away. Ball 1. We can hear the bullpen shouting, Sawyer. Then you clap twice, Sawyer. And Sawyer gives him an ovation from the third base dugout. But meanwhile, it's 2-0 for Zane Becker. 1 away and the base is clear. Here's the pitch. Chop on 2 hops to Sage Anderson at third base. A long throw across the diamond is a little bit wide, dragging the first baseman towards left, but out. And now 2 down in the second. And one thing, if you haven't made it to any games, well, some of the parents have made their way to some of the games here in Wichita, but how vocal the bullpen has been. Quite far away from where we're sitting, but you can still hear them from where we're up. Open windows in front of us in the press box. Miller's now at the plate. First pitch will be a slider away, ball 1. And the bullpen, very vocal and very encouraging for all their players. We saw it from Nick Paul when he had a home run. Got an ovation from the bullpen, as did Farr. Here's the next pitch. As Miller swung out of his shoes, fanned on a slider, 1-1. Miller hitting out of the 9 spot. Matthew Fletcher looking to just limit the damage to the solo home run. So 1-1. The pitch, fastball away, ball 2. Esker stands on deck. Can Miller bring him to the plate? And Miller's been sensational this tournament. Here's the pitch. 2-1 misses away, ball 3. He's gone 4 for 5 out of the 9 spot. Along with the walk, he has brought home 4 runs. You have a guy like that at the bottom of the order, seeing the ball well, huge. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch, and fastball misses down and away. And a 2-out walk continues the second inning for the Sturs, who lead 2-0. Home half of 2. Miller is aboard. It's going to bring Esker to the plate for the second time this ball game. Worked a walk and scored on an E1. Not the first time Esker scored on an error in an opening inning. 1 on, 2 down. And the left-handed pitcher checks over to the runner at first, Miller. And Miller, in just 2 games, has 4 stolen bases for Bill Pintard. Waiting the first pitch, and the runner's going to take off, and this ball is smoked down the left field line. That ball was well foul, but that ball was very gone. That hit the massive light, probably 2/3 down the left field line. It hadn't even hit its apex yet. It was still rising 2/3 down the left field line. So with 1 on, 2 down, here's no 1. Fastball upstairs, a 1-1. And after what Esker just barreled up against Fletcher, not really surprised to see next pitch missing well upstairs. So 2-run Forster lead. 1-1 pitch. Miller's on the move, though it's a strike on Esker. The throw down's close, safe at second. As good of a throw you can ask from your catcher. Travis Starkey fired a strike to second, just tardy. And Miller already has his 5th stolen base of this tournament. So he's down to second, 2 out, and already a run in. Esker did just take a strike, so he's now 1-2. Here's the pitch. Is a slider fluttered up on the infield. Fletcher, the pitcher, camps out under it. He's still on the hill. Will make the play to retire the side. The 1-out homer by Sawyer Farr has made it a 2-0 lead for the Forsters through 2. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. On to the 3rd inning. Thanks for joining us on the Forsters Radio Network. Now back in Santa Barbara. As it is 10:19 Wichita time. and later into the evening. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Stars playing their third game of the NBC. Waldeck remains on the bump, facing 8-9-1. First pitch to number 8 batter will miss inside on an off-speed, ball 1. And right now there's men warming up for Santa Barbara. Next pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball high in the zone, 1-1. Can't exactly tell who's down in the bullpen, but the man throwing from as a lefty, that's got to be Jaden Barfield warming up. Here's a 1-1. There's a slider for a strike, 1-2. The lone lefty in this staff for Santa Barbara. Expect him to be the first man out of the pen in a bullpen game for Santa Barbara. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Up the middle, and it ricochets off the hill, and Sawyer Farr just skips past him. It might have deflected off the bag. It took a funny hop off the hill, and Farr was playing more behind second base as the shortstop. And he was in a good position to field it, but it looks like he almost just booted it at short. It's going to be an E6 to allow the first man to reach base of this inning. So an error starts off the inning, bring up the number 9 batter who squares around to bunt, sees a fastball in the dirt, ball 1. There have been 2 men to reach base against Noah today. It was a walk in the first. Now a leadoff error. Here's the pitch. That's squaring around to bunt, but that ball's into the backstop, missing wide of Zane Becker. A wild pitch zipped its way past the catcher. Not even close to the glove side of Zane. And falls behind 2-0 to Travis Starkey, the number 9 batter. Tony DeJesus just reached on the error down to second. But the Foresters on top by 2 runs from the top of the third. It's 2-0. Here comes the pitch to the number 9 batter. Squaring around to bunt again, but will take a ball upstairs. Fastball did not miss by much. It's 3-0. The corner's playing in for Santa Barbara. Middle infielders double play depth. Nobody out. 3-0 pitch is a fastball in the outside corner. Strike 1. Starkey hits from the right side. It's the right-handed starter, Noah Waldeck. DeJesus at second, nobody out. Here's the pitch, and on the outside corner, Waldeck grinds his way back into the count, 3-2. Top of the order is on deck. So now there's a right-hander warming up. It looks like J.D. Goodcase. And it's second, nobody out. 3-2 pitch, trying to bunt. And he went around. Starkey tried to jab it down the first base line. Will strike out on the attempted bunt. 1 away in the third. Not the most graceful motion from the number 9 batter. Tried to jab it down the first base line. So a big first out for Waldeck and company. Back to the top of the order and DJ Pinkerton. And at second, 1 out. Stars lead 2-0. Here's the pitch. Slider on the inside edge. Ball 1. Strike 1, rather. Pinkerton grounded out 4-3 in his first look at Waldeck. DeJesus is at second. Here comes an 0-1 off the end of the bat. Over the first base dugout. 0-2 on Pinkerton. DeJesus doesn't run a whole lot in the base. Lonestar Baseball isn't the most aggressive team on the bases. Attempted 4 stolen bags, but with the man at second, 1 out. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider. Waldeck, back-to-back Ks, 2 out in the third. Fifth strikeout of the day for Noah. Three of which have been swinging, 2 have been looking. Here comes Bill Pintard with a lefty coming to the plate. Waldeck we were told was going to have the open today. It's going to be a bullpen game for Santa Barbara. You have to imagine this will be a pitching change with Barfield warming up. And the lefty coming to the plate. It's just a 2-run game. A man at second base. It's Maverick McAllister. He's gone 0 for 1, a fly out to right, but Bill Pintard will retreat back to the third base dugout. Maybe a little extra scout on where to locate and where to attack McAllister. So Barfield, the lone lefty southpaw, I should say this entire staff, the lone lefty, remains in the pen for the time being. Tying run is at the plate, top of 3. Here's the pitch. Is chopped down the first baseline. That ball is fair. Scooped up by Cade Miller. Just barely that ball stayed in fair, but one pitch. And Noah Waldeck takes care of Maverick McAllister, and he works around a lead-off error. They're 2.5. Forsters on top 2-0 over Lonestar.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of 3, Chamberlain will lead off for Santa Barbara as a 2-0 stir lead. Here comes the pitch. A slider will miss down. Ball 1. It's going to be a lefty-lefty matchup for the next 3 batters. Matthew Fletcher, the starter, remains on the bump. Given up 2 runs so far, one of which has been earned. It was a home run by Farr. It's 1-0. The pitch is chopped outside first. 1-1. Speaking of Sawyer Farr, he fielded the ball batted up the middle from short. Initially scored as an error, but it will go down as a hit, and that'll be the first hit of the ball game for Lonestar. The official score here at X Stadium. So the first hit coming in the third for Lonestar. Next pitch for Chamberlain will skip in for ball 2. Chamberlain, Moomaw, Clark scheduled. Can Santa Barbara tack on? Their only hit of the day was the home run by Sawyer. Had a number of other base runners. Here comes the pitch. And it's roped to the first baseman who backhands it off 2 hops. Gonzalez will trot to first base, retire Chamberlain. 1 away. In terms of the pitching situation, well, Santa Barbara to start the next inning would likely go to Jaden Barfield. Zach James and A.J. Crodell have been the only 2 men entering today to throw. That's just kind of mind-boggling to wrap your head around, even though it's just been 12 innings between 2 games with the 2-run rules. Right now, Mumaw's at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a slider for a strike. 0-1. Chance this evening for Bill Pintard to get some extra, I should say, get some other arms out there and use the bullpen. 0-1 is a slider missing down and away. 1-1. Remember, Moomaw hits from the left side. So the unfavorable lefty-lefty matchup for Santa Barbara in this entire 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball is lifted into left field, falling, and it will fall for a base hit. It was falling quickly. McAllister, the left fielder, was moving in. But once again, Easton Mumaw collects another hit in this tournament. Easton just picked up his seventh hit in essentially 2 games and change. It's his 7th hit in 11 ABs. He also has an extra base hit in there, a double. So 1-on-1 out. First pitch to Clark is going to be a strike. And that ball just drifted and trickled away from the catcher on a passed ball. And that opened up a channel for Mumaw to get to second. And he will advance on a passed ball. That ball only trickled about a couple feet to the right of the catcher. It was a strike. Rather, no, it was a ball on Clark. Here's the pitch. As the 1-0 is lifted into left field, drifting back is McAllister. All enough room, makes the squeeze, 2 down. Mumaw will advance down to third base. He'll go in sliding, and a productive out for Brenton Clark on the fly out to left. So 2 down. Mumaw had the base hit. Advance to second. Pass ball. Down to third on the fly out. With 2 down, Foresters lead 2-0, bottom of 3. Here is Terrence Kill the second. Here comes the pitch. He takes a slider down. Ball 1. First right-handed batter of this inning for the Sturs against the starting lefty. Mumaw's at third. No one holds on to him. 1-0 pitch. Fastball not competitive away. 2-0. TK has a fly out to center today. He's gone 2 for 6 so far this tournament, including the fly out in this game. 2-0. Here comes the pitch. Is chopped on 3 hops to Sage Anderson, the third baseman. Long throw is dug up at first by John Gonzalez. Not an easy play at first, but the play is made, and Mumaw will be stranded at third base. We're through 3. Foresters on top 2-0 over Lone Star.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
On to the 4th. Sturs lead 2-0 over Lone Star. And there will be a pitching change for Santa Barbara. Jaden Barfield, the lone lefty on the staff, now in the ball game to face 3-4-5. Here's the pitch. A slider will miss away. It's a lefty-lefty matchup to kick off the 4th. If you're joining us late, Esker had a leadoff walk scored on an error. Was at third base, and a 2-out error continued the inning. Here comes a 1-0 now to Sanders. Fastball is rifled over the third base dugout foul. 1-1. Sawyer Farr, a 1-out solo shot home run over the left field fence. His first home run of the year. Made a 2-0 game. Here's a 1-1. Slider is chopped outside first. Strike 2. Entering today, the Lone Star Baseball had an 11-0 win over the BTL Hornets, run rule victory, and lost to the Derby Twins in their second game. Went 4-9. I should say the final score is 4-9. Right now it's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. Barfield got him. 1 away. First K of the day for Jaden. 6th by Santa Barbara pitching. So with Waldeck's day complete, he will go 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks. One away, base is clear. Comes the first pitch to Lopez. Takes a fastball right down the chute. 0-1. With Barfield now in the game, this is the first time Santa Barbara's gone to the bullpen all tournament. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses in. 1-1. It's unbelievable. Went 15 innings just using starting pitching. 2-0 Forster lead. Comes a 1-1 to Lopez. It is a fastball located perfectly. 1-2. If you listen to that final line of Waldeck, that 1 hit, remember it was changed on the error from Sawyer Farr, which I initially said it was changed to a hit. So the first and only hit of the day, but now a strike 2 pitch is going to hit him on the inside elbow. Lopez tried to raise his arms on a ball that was high and tight. And with 1 out, a hit batsman will bring up Ben Merriam with 1 on, 1 out in the 4th. Merriman is Cade looking, gets his first look at the lefty Barfield. The batter hits from the right side with 1 on, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Fastball is on the inside edge. 0-1. It's PJ Serwinski behind the plate this evening. The umpiring crews have got a lot of action throughout this tournament. Here's a strike 1 pitch. Fastball high, but it's in and out of the glove of Becker, and a free 90 for Robbie Lopez. He is down to second. It'll go down as a wild pitch on Barfield to advance the runner into scoring position. Just the second time today a man has gotten to the second station for Lone Star. The corner's playing in a little bit. Middle infielders double play depth. And at second, 1 down. 1-1 pitch. Fastball is on the outside corner. Strike 2. And this toasty Kansas evening, Barfield working from the middle of the bump. 1-2 pitch is just tapped foul off the barrel of Merriman. He was almost... That ball was high and in. He was trying to get out away from it. The barrel looked like it went around, but ends up hitting the bat, so it remains 1-2. It's a 2-run Forster advantage, top of 4. Comes the 1-2 pitch, and jammed and fouled back to the right of the press box, and ricochets down to the second level of seats. Remains 1-2. Been talking about the temperature, and it will start to cool down after tomorrow. Once we hit Thursday and into the weekend, hopefully the Foresters will be around at that point. Start to cool off drastically. Here's a strike 2 pitch, and foul back halfway up the screen, behind the plate. Merriman stays alive. And really, hasn't been the most pleasant weather, but with it dropping 10-plus degrees in the coming days and later in the week, make it real nice for championship weekend. Here comes another 1-2 pitch and fouled off again by Merriman. Count is just 1-2, and 4 pitches have been fouled off by the number 5 batter. Top of 4, Foresters lead 2-0. Man at second, 1 away. Barfield from the middle of the bump. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses in. 2-2. First man out of the pen is Jaden. Struck out a man, hit a batter. Now the 2-2 is rolled left side and through into left for a base hit. Holding at second is Lopez, and runners on the corners. Tying run on base for Lonestar. Merriman picks up the second hit of the day. Not hit particularly hard. Far at short, was playing deep, but just couldn't get there. That ball slowly trickled its way into left. First and third, 1 away. Barfield looks for a ground ball to keep it a 2-0 Forester lead. He's going to have to face number 6 batter, Nico Rudas. Currently stands in his way. Fly out to center, first time up. And Lonestar looks to plate their first run of this ball game. Here's the pitch. Big cut on a fastball, fanned on it. Strike 1. The Foresters are the designated home team, housed in the third base dugout here in this sensational complex at X Stadium. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss again. Another fastball from Barfield. He's quickly ahead, 0-2. John Gonzalez stands on deck. The tying run at first. It's first and third, 1 away. 0-2. Here's the pitch. And just tapping it on an awkward swing, it bounces its way in front of home plate. Remains 0-2. Can Barfield find a ground ball, get out of this inning? Comes set, working from the stretch, 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball. 2 down in the fourth. Second K of the day for Barfield. 7th by Santa Barbara pitching. That is something that Santa Barbara has really made a name for this season. The strikeout stuff, typically year in, year out. The pitching staff, unbelievable for Santa Barbara. Here's the first pitch to the next batter. It's in there on a fastball. 0-1. Really, this year, no exception. Typical mantra for Santa Barbara. Whenever you get into the bullpens, either side, Santa Barbara, most often than not, is going to dominate you in the bullpen game. Here's the next pitch. It's a strike, and now caught between first and second is the runner. There's still a man at third base, and they're able to apply the tag before the man comes around to score. There was a rundown between first and second, and Sawyer Farr was able to track down the runner as Merriman left early. Lopez could not come around and touch the plate before the tag was applied. And just like that, the inning is over. Merriman left early. Good read by Zane Becker to throw the ball down. No run will come around to score, and 2 are left stranded for Lonestar, and we're through 3.5. Stars lead 2-0.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Back in Wichita, Stars lead 2-0. Bottom of the fourth we go. Mick Paul, Sawyer Farr, Zane Becker coming to the plate to face the starting lefty. Matthew Fletcher remaining on the bump for the Lonestar Baseball Club. Paul stands in from the left side. Here's the pitch. A slider will start off the plate appearance in there for a strike. 0-1. Remember, it's a lefty-lefty matchup. The starting left-hander remaining in this game. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball into right, moving in is Merriman, and he will make the catch on the run. Paul will line out into right for the first out in the fourth. Stars lead 2-0. That's going to bring up the switch hitter, Sawyer Farr, who just deposited his first home run of the summer over the left field fence. It will hit once again from the right side. It was great to see, and even the ovation and how tight this team is. The bullpen saluting Sawyer, chanting his name. Camaraderie through the charts this season. Here's the pitch. Fastball down the middle, strike one. That's one thing Bill Pintard does year in and year out. How do you build such a great baseball team with players coming in all over the country every summer? Well, matter of building team culture. Here's an 0-1, fastball away, 1-1. Bill Pintard does that so well with how he manages his team, gives his players space, but expects a lot out of his team. 1 on, nobody out. Here's the 1-1 pitch, sliced foul, and nobody on, 1 out. I'd like to amend my last statement, but it is strike 2 now on Farr. He falls behind. After him will be Zane Becker, 2-0 Forester lead. Fletcher working from the third base side of the bump. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Change up away. 2-2. One run in the first, one in the second for the Stars. Looking to win the group, not have to play tomorrow, rest up in a nice air conditioning cooled hotel, then just play in the quarterfinals on Thursday. Here comes the 2-2, and will miss inside, skips in on a fastball, full count. Even if you're playing at this hour, we're going to be approaching 11 o'clock local time. It's still not fun playing on that surface. It's still warm, muggy. Here comes a 3-2 to Farr, and he's a shot in the left center field. Drifting back is McAllister, and it's just past him and bounces over the left center field fence for an automatic double. And Farr, a home run and a shot in the left center field, which bounds its way over the fence for an automatic 2 bases. He's feeling it tonight. And with 1 out and a man in scoring position, that's going to bring up the number 8 hitter, Zane Becker. Santa Barbara looked to add on. Did not score in the last. Looked to score in the fourth. Becker hits from the right side. Here's the pitch. And it's going to miss away on a changeup. Ball 1. Becker had a ground up to third. First time up. He's gone now 2 for 5 this tournament. The pitch is a breaking ball low in the zone, pulled up by the catcher, Starkey. Good framing for strike 1. There is action in the Lonestar pen. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses inside. Ball 2. Sawyer well off of second base. 1 away. 2-1, and Farr's going to take off. Maybe a play down at third. It's going to be close. They got him. The third baseman almost bulldozed Farr right as he collected that baseball. Just kind of trucked him. Farr slid in underneath him as he left early. Good pickoff move by Fletcher. He didn't balk. Stepped off cleanly. And Farr was kind of running into a brick wall. As soon as the third baseman Sanders had it, Sawyer just ran into him, 2 down. Base is clear. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball on Becker, 2-2. So far had the rule book double. Was picked off. It'll go down 1-5. Second now, it's now 2-2 for Becker. Here's the pitch. He taps outside third. Do it again. After Becker will be Caden Miller. 2-0 Forster lead, bottom of 4. Here comes 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball is down. Full count. Don't want to face Caden Miller standing on deck with what he has done this tournament. It's going to be a big pitch here for Fletcher. 2 down, no one on. It's a full count. Here's the pitch and called strike 3. Becker can't believe it. The fastball paints the inner half. He will go down looking, and the side is retired. Sawyer Farr had a double with 1 away, and Fletcher just has to face 3 in the 4th. Santa Barbara still on top 2-0. On to the 5th from Wichita. On to the 5th inning, brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's has a couple locations in Santa Barbara. Great place to gather before or after any Forster game. Great to gather before or after any ball game you'd like to watch. Here's the first pitch, and it's fouled off by John Gonzalez, the number 7 batter for the Lonestar Baseball Club at the plate. Jaden Barfield remains on the bump. 2-0 lead for the Forsters. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball is off 1 hop to Sawyer Farr, ranging to his left. The throw will be in time. 1 away in the 5th. And Sawyer Farr, the shortstop here this evening. Good play. Leadoff man is retired to start the Finney's 5th inning. Barfield remains in this game. He's going to face now the number 8 batter, Tony De Jesus. Hit from the right side against the lefty. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. De Jesus is now gone 4 for 7 in this championship. Here's the pitch. Nearly hits him, shimmies his way back with the fastball missing him. 2-0. After Barfield, like J.D. Goodcase warming for Santa Barbara. This bullpen game. It's 2-0. The pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball. Strike 1. Noah Waldeck went 3 the starter tonight for the Sturs. It's now 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Fastball will miss inside. 3-1. And it is Good Case, the lone man up and currently throwing for Santa Barbara. Leadoff man retired. No one on. 3-1 pitch is going to miss away ball 4 on a fastball. And Tony De Jesus will reach for the second time today. He had a hit, came out in the third, and now a 1-out walk in the Finney's 5th inning. And here comes Bill Pintard. Strolls his way out of the third base dugout. And Pintard, the Hall of Fame in the NBC, was part of the class of 2014. And it looks like he's going to make a pitch and change. Jaden Barfield, his day will be complete. Travis Starkey, the number 9 batter, is coming to the plate. We'll step aside. It's in the 5th inning. 1 on, 1 out, and the Foresters leading 2-0. JD Goodcase coming in.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Top of 5, 2-0 Forster lead. JD Goodcase, the right-hander, enters this ball game. He will face Travis Starkey with 1 on, 1 out in the away half of the 5th inning. So here comes the first pitch now to Starkey. Squares around to bunt, pulls it back and takes the ball away. They're going to peel down to first base if there's a swing. No, there was not, says Mark Wagner. 1-0. Tying run at the plate. 2-0 Forster lead in the 5th. And at first, here comes a 1-0 pitch, squaring around again. It's out in front of the plate, and some miscommunication between Becker and Goodcase. That ball just was still at their feet. Becker was saying, go grab it. JD was thinking, Zane's going to grab it. It'll fall for an infield single on the miscommunication. I wouldn't say fall, but will roll to a stop on the infield miscommunication. De Jesus down to second. A solid bunt from Travis Starkey at the 9 spot. And Becker and Goodcase have a quick word in front of the bump as Zane retreats back behind the plate. So it's back to the top of the order, top of the Finney's 5th inning. First and second, 1 away, tying run on base. DJ Pinkerton to hit from the right side against JD. Looks to second and fires home the first pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. It looks like Tag Andrews now throwing for Santa Barbara. 2 on, 1 out. It's 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball is fouled back, rolled towards the first base on deck circle by Pinkerton. 1-1. Pinkerton takes a moment, stands back in. The lead runner's De Jesus. JD looks to second. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. Strike 2. Almost every situation conceivable, Lone Star is advancing. There's a minute chance if they were to be blown out, lose by more than 14 runs, that they would not advance. But right now, good case looking for out number 2. Here's a strike 2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. 2 down. Good case picks up K number 1. 8th K by Santa Barbara pitching. 2 out in the 5th. Good case gave up that infield single, the bunt single, and the miscommunication. Strikes out Pinkerton. It's now McAllister, the number 2 batter. Here comes the pitch. There's a slider missing down to the left-handed batter of McAllister. Ball 1. Santa Barbara lead 2-0. A run in the first, run in the second. Lone Star threatening. Both teams now with 3 hits. It's 1-0. Here comes the pitch. Is popped up on the infield. Sawyer far at short's going to camp out under it. Will retire the side. Well done from Good Case entering this ball game. Collects 2 outs and 2 stranded for Lone Star. Through 4.5. Stirs by 2.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Caden Miller will lead off the bottom of the 5th for the Stirs. They lead 2-0. Here comes the first pitch. That is tapped down the third baseline. Third baseman charges in a little bit of a fumble. The throw in time. And Sage Sanders makes the play 1 away as Miller was on his high horse down to first, just barely behind the throw. 1 pitch, and Miller will be retired for the first time today. 1 away in the bottom of the Finney's 5th inning. 2-0 Forester lead as Miller was the number 9 batter, retired. Back to the top of the order for Esker and Cole Chamberlain. Matthew Fletcher remains in this game. Here comes the first pitch to Esker. It's a slider for a strike. 0-1. Esker has worked to walk, scored on an error, and a pop-up to the pitcher. Here comes the 0-1. is a shot in the left, but straight at the left fielder. Just has to move in. It's McAllister out there, and 2 quick outs for Matthew Fletcher, who's now at 70 pitches in this ball game. 70 pitches to go, 4 2/3. Remember, the Santa Barbara Foresters having themselves a bullpen game. 2-man out of the pen already. Barfield and then Goodcase after the starter Waldeck win 3. So with 2 down, no one on. The pitch is roped outside first off the barrel of Chamberlain. Strike 1. Cole's the DH today. He has struck out looking, ground out to the first baseman. Foresters be looking to go 3-0 through group play and straight into the quarterfinals on Thursday and have the day off tomorrow. Here comes an 0-1. It is a slider down, evens the count. It is a lefty-lefty matchup, and for the Foresters, it probably feels like it's been quite some time since they've played a game. They were playing the midnight slot, which is really Sunday morning. Really, you feel like it's Saturday night, and you show up to the park. So the Foresters essentially had the rest of Sunday off, which was really you're waking up late in the afternoon after going to bed, 5 a.m. in the morning. Monday off. Now we're here on the 29th. Here's the next pitch. It misses inside to Chamberlain, ball 2. So really 2 full days without playing a game, and you're in the final slot in the night, sitting around all day, go and had practice earlier in the day, local facility. Stars lead by 2, and 2 out. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Chamberlain. He's out in front of a breaking ball, 2-2. After Chamberlain will be Easton Mumaw should Cole reach. In the unfavorable lefty-lefty matchup, it's 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. He is retired. Fletcher worked quick through the 5th. And we're through 5. The Stars still on top 2-0 over the Lonestar Baseball Club. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. On to 6. Foresters lead 2-0. Goodcase remains in this ball game. He'll face 3, 4, 5. Here comes the first pitch now to Sanders. He will roll it over to the first baseman, but Goodcase is going to field it himself and just slap the tag on the runner. JD was on the move with the follow-through, dragging him towards first base, and he was going to be covering the bag if Caden Miller was going to field that ball. But it will go down as 1 unassisted on Sage Sanders, and a quick out starts the 6th inning. So with 1 away, base is clear. First pitch now to Robbie Lopez. Slider is down, ball 1. And Tag Andrews continuing to throw for Santa Barbara in their bullpen. 1-0 pitch is jammed and fluttered over the first base dugout. 1-1. Good case, working from third base side of the hill. 1-1 pitch is a slider located to perfection. Strike 2. In case you're wondering for either side what the next stage of this tournament will look like, here's a 1-2 pitch. Right side fluttered up, but Caden Miller will go back from first base. That ball hung in the air, and the first baseman will make the catch just on the outfield grass junction with the infield dirt for the second out in the 6th. And it is Tag Andrews warming up for the Sturs in their bullpen. And that's going to bring up now Ben Merriman. 2 down, base is clear. Sturs lead 2-0. Top of 6. Here's the pitch. Slider is working for JD, locates it for strike 1. It's now 11:10 local time. We appreciate you sticking with us wherever you may be. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another slider from JD. Well ahead of it was Ben Merriman. 1-1. Rather, 0-2. Good case has been working quick in the 6th with 2 down. So 0-2. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Good cover from Becker. Ball 1. It's a different feeling game compared to what both these teams have really played so far this tournament. Only 2 runs and 6 hits between the 2 teams. 2 down. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. And called strike 3 on the fastball from JD, located on the outer half. Merriman will go down looking. And a quick 1-2-3-6 for JD. On to the bottom of the inning. 2-0 Santa Barbara.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of 6, Sturs lead 2-0. Moomaw Clark Kill will be coming to the plate. The starter, Matthew Fletcher, remains in this ball game. The lefty starter will face a lefty batter, Moomaw. Here's the pitch. Is popped up on the infield. It's going to be Fletcher, who's called off by the third baseman Sanders. Makes the play, 1 away. A pop up to third starts the bottom of 6. And going back to the 4th, Fletcher has now retired 5 straight. And quickly at that. With 1 away, base is clear. It's Brenton Clark also hitting from the left side. Here's the pitch. Fastball is located on the outside edge. Strike 1. The Foresters put up a run in the 1st, run in the 2nd. That is where we stand, bottom of 6. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Clark bunts it down the third baseline. Fletcher ranges off the hill, and no throw to first. Brenton Clark has done it again. He lost the helmet behind first base. The bunt single down third, not even a throw from the starting pitcher. And Clark is aboard for the 2nd time today. First hit of the day for Brenton. It has been so fun watching Clark lay down that bunt throughout this season. Swings away at a couple pitches, this case at one pitch, and then lays down the bunt perfectly. Bring up Terrence Kill. And a check over at Clark, and he just scampered back. It was close. So with one away and a man at first, Sturs look to tack on and get some insurance. First pitch to TK. Changeup misses away. And now they're going to be calling a balk. A balk on the pitcher. No throw home at the plate. That pitch is null and void. And Clark down to second on the balk by Fletcher. So with one out, man in scoring position, and that's huge now for TK. Clark can fly. Here's the pitch, and Clark's on the move to third base. The throw down is a good one, but safe is Brenton Clark. The balk to second, swipes third, and now a sacrifice fly in play for Terrence Kill the second. It's a 1-0 count, so a good count for TK with man up in the Lonestar pen. Infield now playing in. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. 2-0. Remember, the Forsters have been slinging runs across the plate left and right through the first two games. 2-run rules. They pushed in 21 runs. Here's a 2-0. Pitch is fluttered up into shallow left. McAllister will move in, but that ball will fall foul for strike one. Also, when you look at Lone Star, their first game 11-0 win, they lost 4-9 to the Derby Twins. But a different game when you're not plating a whole lot of runs. Pitching has been solid. Fletcher has gone 5 1/3. Waldeck went 3 scoreless innings. Barfield and Goodcase have been exceptional as out of the pen. They look to score the man from third. Here's the 2-1, and that's going to skip past the catcher, Clark. A free pass all the way down to the plate on the wild pitch will plate the third run of the ball game. Clark with the bunt single. Advanced to second on a balk, stolen base, and scores on a wild pitch. And Terrence Kill had a 3-1 count. Base is now clear. One away. Nick Paul stands on deck. Here's the pitch. Fastball upstairs. Ball 4. And a 1-out walk for TK to set the table for Paul. First time Terrence is aboard. And here comes the manager out of the first base dugout for Lone Star. That's likely it for Matthew Fletcher. There's been a man warming up in the pen. And after a third run came around to score, Terrence just worked a walk. And it looks like Fletcher's trying to plead his case to his manager, but there'll be a signal to the bullpen. We'll step aside, pitch and change for Lone Star. We're in the bottom of 6. A run in, a man at first, one away. Forsters on top 3-0 over Lone Star.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Bottom of 6 in the pitch and change for Lonestar. Cooper Dye will now take over for Matthew Fletcher. He inherits a runner at first. It's Terrence Kill. And with one out, the batter is now Mick Paul. Paulie today has gone over through 2. Ground out to first and a line out to right. Won't be surprised here to see TK take off early. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1. After Brenton Clark had a bunt single, TK worked a walk. Matthew Fletcher will end up going 5 1/3 on the hook. Time being called by the pitcher, I should say, a plate umpire after the pitcher steps off. 1-1 the count for Paul. After TK will get on base for the first time today. Can Santa Barbara add on? They already have in this inning. It is 3-0. A check to Terrence. He slides in head first, back to the first base bag. And after Paul, Sawyer Farr, who's got 2 extra base hits today, is on deck. Still 1-1. Here comes the pitch to Paul, and a slider's in the dirt. Ball 2. And Tag Andrews remains up in the bullpen for Santa Barbara. After good case, when inning and 2/3, you have to imagine Andrews coming in to face 6, 7, and 8 in the 7th. It's 2-1. Terrence is going to take off. This ball is foul back to the left of where we're sitting. Off the press box. It's 2-2. TK back to first. As we're coming up on 11:30 local time, the Foresters have gotten used to playing some baseball at this hour, even well later. With 1 out, 1 on, it's 2-2. Here comes the pitch, and a high fly ball into right. Playable for Merriman, who slides over into the gap. It's the right fielder who will make the play. 2 down, and TK will hold at first. But Santa Barbara, their first game was delayed about 3 hours due to 2 lightning and rain delays. It was in the game Hutchinson Monarchs and the San Diego Stars prior to them, where the delay was longer than the actual game. The game was about 2:18. The delays were about 2 hours, 40 minutes. But Terrence is going to take off as the first pitch is low to Sawyer Farr. And stolen base for Terrence Kill. He's now into scoring position. TK has his second stolen base of this tournament. With 1 run in the 6th, 3-0 Forester lead, can Farr, who is 2 for 2, bring home Terrence. With 2 down, it's 1-0. The pitch. This is upstairs on a fastball. 2-0. The winner of this game won't have to play tomorrow. Automatically into the quarterfinals. Here comes a 2-0. Fastball will miss high and away. Ball 3 for Sawyer Farr. Zane Becker stands on deck. First base is open. Got a lot of speed at second base in the form of Terrence Kill. Cooper Dye just got into this game. Delivers a 3-0 pitch on the outside corner. 3-1. And Sawyer hitting from the left side for the first time today against the right-hand reliever, Dye. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch. And that's roped down the right field line into the corner. TK will score with ease, and Farr is going to cruise into second base. His third extra base hit of the day. He stirs it up at second. 4-0 Santa Barbara. A home run, a rule book double, and a double down the right field line. And Sawyer Farr having himself a night. Brings home the fourth run of the ball game, second of the inning, to bring up Zane Becker. 4-0 Foresters, and Becker hitting from the right side against the right-handed reliever. Dye looks to second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that did not break, misses high. Ball 1. Becker's gone 0 for 2. Ground out to third and struck out looking. Sawyer, big lead at second. At 2 down, 2 runs in. It's 1-0. Here comes the pitch. Fastball upstairs. Ball 2. Remember, top of 7. Lonestar will have 6, 7, 8 scheduled. Imagine Tag Andrews will be entering the ball game. Farr's going to take off to second to third. He goes, and the ball is chopped outside of third base on the next pitch from Becker. He will now be at a 2-1 count. Farr was on the move. There's a favorable count for Zane. Chops it outside third. Strike 1. And with 2 out, 2 runs in. Can Becker make it a 5-0 game? Currently, it's 4-0 Stars. Bottom of 6. It's 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Check swing. A changeup will be located. Rather, a slider. 2-2. Winds have shifted. Blown out towards left currently. Under the lights here at X Stadium. Here's the 2-2 pitch. A fly ball into center. Shallow center, that is. Pinkerton will slide in and camps out under it. Makes the squeeze to retire the side. Not before the Foresters push in 2 more runs. We are through 6. 4-0 Santa Barbara.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're on to the 7th inning, and the first pitch swinging already. Rudas grounds it to short. 1 pitch and 1 out. Farr links up with Miller at first. 1 pitch, 1 away. There was a change in the middle of the inning. Tag Andrews will take over on the hill. So 1 pitch for Tag and 1 out. Rudas grounds out 6-3, the number 6 batter. Foresters now lead 4-0 starting the 7th. Here comes the first pitch to the second batter. A check swing on a fastball away from Andrews, 1-0. Gonzalez hits from the left side against the righty Tag. 1-0 pitch. As a slider for a strike, 1-1. After Gonzalez will be De Jesus. Here's the pitch. Fastball is a chopper over to the right side. Esker charges in, ranges to his left, throw to first in time. 2 down. Pair of quick ground outs for Tag Andrews. And going back into the 5th inning, now 7 straight retired by Santa Barbara pitching. J.D. Goodcase will end up going an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, struck out 2. So a 2 down, base is clear. Sending in from the right side is De Jesus. Here's the pitch from Andrews. Fastball will be dragged down in the zone by Zane Becker. Strike 1. Andrews' first appearance of this NBC. 0-1 is a fastball inducing a swing and miss by De Jesus. 0-2. We're in the top of 7. Foresters by 4. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball down. 0-1. De Jesus has an infield single. A walk. Right now with 2 down, here's the 1-2 pitch, and the slider will miss away. 2-2. There's another man up in the Santa Barbara bullpen. Remember, it is a bullpen game today. Andrews is a 3rd man out. It's 2-2. The pitch inside nearly hits the left pelvis of De Jesus. Full count. Andrews found himself ahead, 0-2. 3 straight balls. Base is clear, 2 out. Here's the payoff pitch, swing, and a miss. Got him on the slider. And a quick 7th inning for Andrews. It's time to stretch. Santa Barbara, 4-0 over Lonestar.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Bottom of 7, Stars lead by 4. Caden Miller will lead off. Cooper Dye remains in the game, the right-handed reliever for Lonestar. Here comes the first pitch. Miller will take a fastball upstairs, ball 1. So we're in the bottom of 7. Stars put up a run in the first, second, 2 in the last. 5 hits so far for the Stars, 3 for Lonestar. The pitch, as Miller will take a fastball down the chute, 1-1. 1-1 the count. Here comes the pitch to Miller. Fastball is roped outside of first and all the way down towards the bullpen where the pitchers are housed for Lonestar. 1-2. After Miller, Esker, and then Chamberlain, it's 9-1-2 slated for the Sturs. It's a 4-run game. And now the 1-2 pitch to Miller. He reaches for it. It's to the right side. De Jesus ranging to his right at second. Throw is good and one away in the 7th. Miller retired for the second time today. That's going to bring around the top of the order and Xavier Esker. Esker has worked a walk, plated a run, which was brought in on an error. Pop up to the pitcher, and a line out in the left. So he stands in for the 4th time today in the right-handed batter's box. 1 away, nobody on. 4-0 Santa Barbara. Here's the pitch. Slider was high and tight. Ball 1. Stands back in. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Esker. It is a fastball down and away. 2-0. This is the final game of the group stage period. The elimination games start tomorrow with the first round. The Foresters try to bypass that round with a win tonight. The pitch, breaking ball upstairs, ball 3. And they're in a good spot. Andrews, first time out of the pen this tournament. Lightning quick, 3 up, 3 down, 7th. And Esker right now is ahead 3-0. Here comes the pitch. Fastball is a strike, low in the zone, 3-1. There's a man throwing for Santa Barbara. A right-hander after we did see Barfield the first man out. Here's a 3-1. Check swing and ball 4. Fastball misses away to Esker. And he will reach for the second time today via a walk. It's going to be Andrew Gardino now tossing for Santa Barbara in their bullpen. Esker is aboard with a 1-out walk. It's going to now bring up the DH Cole Chamberlain, dip from the left side. 4-0 Foresters, bottom 7. Here's the pitch. Esker's on the move already. It's a ball to Chamberlain. It's a good throw, but Esker will no, he got him. Caught stealing. Initially thought he was to slide in under the tag, but a laser from Travis Starkey to the shortstop, Rudas, for the second out of the inning. Esker caught stealing. 2 down, and the base is clear. Chamberlain at a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to the right side. De Jesus will scoop it up. Will retire Chamberlain at first. And Cooper Dye with some good defense from his catcher and works around a 1-out walk. We're through 7. Foresters by 4.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
on to the 8th inning. Final game of the group stage. Andrew Gardino will enter the relief pitcher, the right-hander, to take over for Andrews, who went a lightning-quick 1 inning. No hits, no runs, no walks. He struck out 1. Gardino will face Starkey, Pinkerton, McAllister. 9-1-2 scheduled on Lone Star. If they want to crack at this one, got work to do. And Gardino trying to shut him down. It's going to be a right-handed batter to start off the inning. And here comes the first pitch. It's a fastball, zips its way inside, missing at 93 from Dino. 1-0. This bullpen day has been working well for the Stars so far, limiting the Lone Star to just 3 hits. Leadoff man, 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. It's another fastball, this time located on the inside edge. 1-1. Noah Waldeck got the open going 3. 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and struck out 5. It's 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Sits that point as it misses upstairs for ball 2. Barfield, Goodcase, Andrews, and it's now Gardino. Two and 1 the count. Travis Starkey, the number 9 batter, leads off. He's 2 for 1, actually 1 for 2 today. As a 2-1 pitch is grounded over to second. Esker has to back up into the shallow right field lawn, but the throw on target and in time, 1 away, and a ground out starts the 8th. So for Santa Barbara, assuming this result holds, and even for Lone Star, looking forward into the knockout stage, if you're asking who the Foresters will be playing, or even Lone Star, well, that's to be determined. The bracket will be officially released after the conclusion of this game. First pitch now to Pinkerton with no one on, 1 out. It's a called strike on a slider, 0-1. So the Foresters will have to find out and see who they're playing, and assuming this result holds, will not play tomorrow, but they will play on Thursday in the quarters. Here's the 0-1. Fastball is a generous strike call on the inner half of the plate. 0-2. But 4 teams will play tomorrow. First round of the knockout stage. It's 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball yanked into the other batter's box. Ball 1. But no one on. 1 out. Foresters leading 4-0. Top of 8. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Is down. Another fastball from Gardino. Sizzling at 93. 2-2. Comes the 2-2 pitch to Pinkerton. Called strike 3. The slider located by Gardino. 2 down. Pinkerton's gone 0 for 4 at the top spot. And with 2 down, that's going to bring around Maverick McAllister. And he's gone 0 for 3 today. Fly out to right, ground out to first, pop up to short. And with Gardino, just like Andrews and just like the 2 men before him, Goodcase and Barfield making quick work of this lineup for the Lone Star. And it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter now coming into the ball game. David Fluid will now hit the 2-hole for Lone Star. So Fluid will stand in from the left side, but 2 down, bases clear. First pitch is foul back to the left of the plate. Strike 1. Gardino looking for a quick inning, 0-1 pitch. Is foul back just to the left of the plate, into the screen, 0-2. There's another man up, tossing Santa Barbara. Looks like Steele Eves, and along with Tyler Fino, currently tossing, it appears. But now the 0-2 pitch is again foul back in that exact same spot, just to the left of the plate. 0-2. David Fluid pinch hitting at the 2-hole. The Stars, bottom of the inning, Mumaw, Clark, and Kill, leading 4-0. Looking to see this one out. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Skips in. It's ball one. And the temperature's still holding in the upper 80s. Still heavy humidity, and if you're down there playing, you're still sweating quite profusely. 2 down, base is clear. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch from Gardino. Fastball high and away. Evens the count. And great to see all the guys out of the bullpen. Remember, the Stars just used 2 pitchers for their first 2 wins. Both run rules. Now the 2-2 is called strike 3. The high slider got fluid looking, and 2 Ks for Gardino in the 8th. Going to the bottom of the inning, Stars lead 4-0.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Bottom of the 8th, the Foresters maintain a 4-0 advantage over the Lonestar Baseball Club. Mumaw, Clark, Kill will be scheduled. Caden Perardi, the right-hander, will now take over on the hill. Face a lefty, and a righty. Here's the pitch. Fastball, not competitive, high and away for Mumaw. Ball 1. Easton has an RBI single today, along with a ground down to pop up to third. 1-0 is into right center field, but laterally sliding over is the center fielder into the gap. Will camp out under it, makes the squeeze, and Mumaw is retired, 1 away. With 1 down, that's going to bring up Brenton Clark. Clark has reached on error, a fly out to left. Perfect bunt single scored, the first of 2 runs back in the 6th. Here comes a pitch from Perardi. And it's a fly ball into left. Long run from McAllister. That ball is slicing, and McAllister can't make the play. That ball bounces in fair ground into the corner, and Clark is thinking 3, and he will cruise in. Slides his way into third base, and a 1-out triple for Clark. McAllister, that ball was slicing away from him. You're trying to judge the depth and also where you are compared to the chalk line. That ball was over his head, and you're trying to judge the spin. Couldn't make the play. He was almost trying to track back after it as well. And with 1 out, a man at third, chance for Terrence Kill to bring home a run. The pitch is a slider for a strike, 0-1. So Brenton picks up his second knock of the day. Infield now in with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball, rather breaking ball, is away. 1-1. After TK, be Mick Paul, looking for a little extra insurance into the 9th. Here's the pitch. Into right field, there is Merriman, and he'll have to go back. Will make the squeeze. And coming home with plenty of time will be Brenton Clark, and a sac fly for TK. Foresters lead 5-0. That ball continued to ride the wind in this heat. Merriman actually had to drift back a couple paces, and the way he was moving, it was drifting him back towards the wall. No chance to even make a throw at home. And Clark could have strolled his way in like a nice Sunday walk through the park where that ball was caught. So it's now 5-0, 2 down, bases clear. Here's Mick Paul. The pitch, fastball on the outside edge, 0-1. In the 9th, Sanders, Lopez, Merriman, that is 3, 4, and 5, will be scheduled for Lonestar. That was a first pitch strike to Paul. Here comes offering number 2. Check swing on a breaking ball, 1-1. And with 2 men throwing, we'll see if it's going to be, I believe that's Fino along with Eves. Eves has for sure been tossing, but will it be one of the two? I should say which one is going to be coming in for the 9th. Here's a 1-1 and a deep fly ball to center. Drifting back is Pinkerton, but he'll have enough room to operate. Camps out under it to make the play. But the triple by Brenton Clark, the sac fly from TK to bring him home. And we're on to the 9th. 5-0 Foresters. Steele Eves coming on in for Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. On to the 9th inning. 5-0 Foresters. And Steele Eves will be coming into this ball game. He will be the 5th pitcher to be used out of the bullpen today. Waldeck got the start. And Steele will enter to face 3, 4, and 5 scheduled. And Eves has been so good this season. He has a 1-0 record, 4 saves to his name. And the final end for Andrew Gardino, who pitched the 8th. 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and struck out 2. There have been 12 strikeouts by Santa Barbara pitching today as Eves looks to go to work to finish out the 9th inning. It takes Santa Barbara into the quarterfinals, going perfect in group stage play. So here's Sage Sanders hit from the left side. First pitch from Steele is a heater popped up and over where we're sitting for strike 1. And dangerously ricochets 6 rows deep. No one was looking back. That could have hit someone square on the back of the neck. But it falls harmlessly. It's now 0-1. Comes the next pitch. Change up away. 1-1. For a lot of these guys, especially the relief arms, I haven't seen as much action Obviously, with the two men going the complete games in the first two games. Here's the 1-1. Is topped down the first baseline. Nice play from Miller, ranging to his right, and he makes a big U-shaped to scoop up that ball, touch first base. He'll go down 3 unassisted. We're the first out in the 9th. And Santa Barbara pitching has now retired 12 straight. The last man to reach base was the number 9 batter Starkey with an infield single in the 5th. That came with 1 out. But since then, the Stars have been perfect. And that is a combination of 3 different pitchers. Here's the next pitch. Actually, the first pitch, the next batter, Lopez. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1. I should say it's a combination of 4 pitchers, the 12 straight retired. Here's an 0-1. It is a slider down, evens the count. With 1 away, base is clear. Stars looking for 2 more outs. They lead 5-0. Top of the 9th. Santa Barbara is a designated home team, and there are men up, throwing a bullpen, making sure all the relief arms get work in this game. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider for strike 2. Zach James started the first game, Crodell the second. Bullpen game today, and Eves working in the 9th. With 1 away, it's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball upstairs, 2-2. The man at the plate has reached base once today via a hit by pitch. 2-2. Here comes the delivery. Swing and a miss. Late on the fastball, 2 out in the 9th. 13th strikeout by Santa Barbara pitching. And this staff has been so fun to watch. We've noted how good the starting pitching has been this tournament, but to really end the regular year, all the way through, starters, middle relievers, and high leverage guys, fantastic. Stars looking for 1 more out. First pitch to Merriman is a slider for a strike, 0-1. Stars 1 out away from winning the group and a first round bye into the knockout stage. Eves a longer hold on the hill, checking his bearings with Becker. 2 down, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Slider on the outside corner, 0-2. Back-to-back sliders for Steele. We go to his fastball. Ben Merriman. Gone 1 for 2, 1 for 3 today. Down to his final strike. 0-2 pitch. Fastball's upstairs at 91. Ball 1. So he went slider, slider, fastball. What will Eves go to here? Looking for 1 more strike. Straight into the quarterfinals. Here's the pitch. Sliders down. 2-2. You saw Eves kind of take a moment. I think even audibly you could hear him say, "Come on." 2 straight balls, looking for 1 more strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball got away from him high and tight. Full count. After Merriman will be Nico Rudas. Eves does not want to walk a man. Wants a clean 9th inning. 2 down. Payoff pitch is down for ball 4. Eves loses him. You don't see that often. In a 2-out walk by Merriman, he will reach for the 2nd time today. That's going to bring out Nico Rudas, and a pinch runner being brought in at first base for Lonestar. It's Owen Curtis now to run, but for Santa Barbara, what a start to the tournament. What a group stage it has been. Two complete games by their respective starters, games 1 and 2, only having to throw 12 innings. Looking for 1 more out. 1 on, 2 down. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Strike 1. Stars will be playing on Thursday. Just a matter of who they will be playing. Likely earlier in the day. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Inside. 1-1. And everyone done tossing for the bullpen. Some extra guys getting some work done. Everyone's sitting up on the railing. Here's a 1-1. And the changeup gets away from high and in, ball 2. And by the way, that walk by Steele Eves, that's his first walk he's given up all summer long. He's been the high leverage guy, and he was ahead 0-2, lost him, and a check to the runner. He's back in safely. Rudas at the plate. Sees a 2-1 pitch. Called strike on a slider. 2-2. And once again, the Lone Star Baseball Club down to their final strike. It is 5-0, top of 9. And Steele leaves. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He is retired. The fastball low in the zone, and Eves will K2 in the 9th. And it's a 5-0 ball game for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Taking care of business in the group stage. They will get a first-round bye. Will not have to play tomorrow and straight into the quarterfinals, and that's when things start to get real fun. Perfect through the group stage, and what a trip it has been so far for the Stars. You can just even look back the first couple games. For Santa Barbara, going to Zach James. Quality start, going 7 innings, complete game. Stars beat the Derby Twins in their first game 11-1. And playing well past midnight. First pitch was at 1 a.m. Wichita time. Shut out the Hornets. 10-0, 5-inning run rule victory in their final group stage game. 5-0 win for the Santa Barbara Foresters. J.D. Goodcase will pick up the win after Waldeck got the open. Saw Barfield, Goodcase, Andrews, Gardino, and Eves all pitch. All looked really good. And the Santa Barbara Foresters will have the day off tomorrow. Have to wait their opponent to who they will play on Tuesday. Be sure to tune in on Thursday and check social media and also Forester homepage for more details regarding that game coming up on Thursday. The Foresters and Bill Pintard will go back to their third base dugout and head home to their team hotel victorious this evening. Once again, final score 5-0 Stars. On to the quarters. For the entire team, the entire staff, from Marls Harp, our fantastic analyst and statistician, I am Hunter Shoemake saying so long from Wichita. We'll see you on Thursday for the quarterfinals.